Good morning, my beautiful people. It is your girl Dorothea. As you can see, I am taking a walk this morning in this beautiful springtime weather. It's nice and cool this morning. Like the pollen ain't floating as much as it was yesterday because I was in the bed. But I just wanted to come in and say I love you guys. And ladies and gentlemen, just because one ain't do right does not mean it's the end for you. We just gotta wait and let God take control. We gotta stop trying to find our person ourselves and let God bring them to us. Sometimes people will come and they could be a distraction. They're holding you back from all the things that you deserve, which has been one of the biggest lessons I have learned this past few months. I was holding on to things for many years, things and people for many years that were not meant to be in my life. They're going to always be in my life because we have a child. But that's okay. You're only there for my child, and that's as far as it goes. But when you start to learn, you'll know when you can feel God and see Him working in your life, trying to get you to understand that He's the one that's in control of everything. Because He's going to constantly, and I'm going to tell you, I am a living witness to what I'm about to tell you. He is going to constantly keep putting you through the same situations over and over and over again until you understand that it's not in your control. The things that you're dealing with are not in your control. You have to learn to let God handle the situation. Because even when it comes to jobs, sometimes we might be in a job, we might feel like we love it, but things happen in that job and you don't understand why. Don't even look at it as, dang, my life is over. Or, everything I love is gone and taken away from me. Just look at it as, God must have better for me, because otherwise I would still be there if this is what He wanted for my life. Also, like relationships, I'm very guilty of this. I don't know why, but I be feeling like I'm a men's hospital or something, always trying to heal these men. I make them better for somebody else, because it's happened to me before, more than once. But I found myself always putting them before myself. And not only that, feeling like I was so much more focused on my relationships that I was not focusing on the one person that always is going to love me, the one person that's never going to change on me, no matter how good or bad I am. God loves me no matter what. And He's going to make sure, like I said, He will teach you a lesson by bringing you the same nonsense every time where you're questioning your worth. Like, until you start to realize that God is the reason for your happiness, God is the reason why things work out, until you realize that you don't need those type of people in your life that make you question if you're good enough, you're going to keep going through it. Like I said, I've done it more than once, more than twice. Feeling like I had to drop everything for somebody that was not willing to drop anything for me. Found myself feeling like I was the only one who was loving in the relationship, and they didn't love me back. They felt like, oh, well, since she's always so loving and forgiving, I'm just going to keep taking advantage of her. That hurts. When you're a person like me, I am a person that I suffer big time from like attachment things. And, like I personally, if I love somebody or if I care, I know when I really care for a person. I go all in. I do what I have to do. I'm always going to, if I'm a girlfriend or whatever, I'm going to give you your girlfriend treatment. I'm going to take care of you. If I'm a wife, you're going to definitely get your wife treatment. But I was given wife treatment so long to a person that didn't really even care to be there or be a part of my life. And I will say this now because I know that things are pretty much over. Give him all the husband treatment, everything. Meanwhile, the entire time, he was searching for something better. But then these something betters became, oh, it's just that fix I need for right now. And if it don't work out, I'll just go back to my wife. Ladies, don't ever put yourself through that. Because when I tell you it affects you mentally, like bad, it affects you mentally. I found myself in very dark places because of the fact that I've been with this man for 13 years. And he's fed me nothing but lies. Good morning. The moments when I thought that he really did love me, it was just that little quick fix just to make me believe that he really wanted to be there. But all in all now, I'm not regretting being with him because I found myself. That's one thing I could say. I found myself being with him because now I know my worth and I tolerated so much with him. Sorry, y'all. This air is getting me now. Make my nose cold. But I've tolerated so much with him, accepting things that I didn't deserve, forgiving for every little wrongdoing. Meanwhile, he really wasn't sorry because he continued to do it. But I found my worth and I realized I deserve better than that. Any person that I run into now, if I see that you're not making an effort, you gotta go. Right now I'm trying to focus on getting myself better, trying to heal, trying to remember God is first in everything. And if you keep God first in everything, your life will be so much better. I have a lot of different challenges that have presented themselves to me, and I found myself multiple times wanting to quit, want to give up. I didn't want to deal with this stuff because at the time when you're like trying to react based off your emotions, it causes you to make decisions that you're probably going to regret later. And I was allowing my emotions to keep getting in the way and not just stepping back and saying, okay, God, you got it. And being that I suffer from an anxiety disorder, it's challenging sometimes. I could get where I'll be fine today and I can tell you all the great things. Then tomorrow I could still be down again and be like, dang, this is happening to me. Why is this happening to me? Until I allow God to work in my life, I will constantly go through the same cycles over and over again. I feel like He's brought certain people into my life to teach me things. Like I said, my last relationship, which was my marriage, I allowed that to although it broke me, it also built me back up to realize that I'm too good for him. And I'm too good for the stuff that I've been accepting my entire life. Because I've never, and I'll tell you that, I have never been in a real relationship in my entire life. And I feel like it's because I keep accepting things that I did not deserve. But I made this promise to myself that from this day on, I'm not going to accept anything that I wouldn't accept or that the other person shouldn't accept. If you're not, you got to be more like me for me to accept you. Because I'm more of a forgiving, loving person. So I'm not going to give you less than and expect you to give me more. We should be meeting in the middle, taking care of each other. Sorry, y'all. I got a little sidetracked, guys. You know, all these cops right here. Something must have just happened. But anyway, make sure that you keep God first in everything that you do, because the way the days are, the way the world is right now, that's the only person we need to be trusting in is God. God will bring us people that are meant to be in our lives, that's going to help us and, you know, be there for us the way he wants them to be. But we got to let him bring them to us. Life is already hard enough sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. As long as we keep God in it, keep him first, pray, sit back and listen, and listen for his voice. You know, you're not going to hear no big guy, hey, you know, you're not going to hear that. But just listen for his voice. You'll know the difference. And if you know something is wrong, you know, y'all got to learn, pray about discernment, knowing what discernment means, and, you know what's right, you know what's wrong. If you know that it's something that's not going to make God happy, then you know it's not right. So I'm encouraging you all, just like I'm encouraging myself, keep pushing. Do not give up. Don't give up on anything. Unless, you know, like I said, unless you know it's not good for you, or if you feel you see some signs of that there's a possibility this person or this thing is not good for you, pray about it. Ask God to show you what it is, either whether it's a lesson that he's trying to teach you, ask God to reveal that lesson that he's trying to teach you, or whatever the situation is, ask him to please remove it from your life and give you the strength to let it go and be okay. I'm doing it every day, and I can sit here all day and talk to you guys. Every time I'm talking to you all, I'm taking that into consideration for myself. But thank you guys for watching. I'm going to continue to walk because it's so nice, and I'm just loving looking at this sun against my nice clear skin that's getting there anyway. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.